For firefighters, it's not just the smoke and flames that put them at danger.
That's right. These days, there are hidden health hazards that are burning through our departments, both locally, statewide, and nationally. That includes cancer and PTSD. They're taking the lives of men and women who protect us at an alarming rate.
And they are problems that can't be ignored any longer. In a special report, WMBF News anchor Caitlin Stansel takes a closer look at how these issues are being directly linked to firefighters' jobs and what you can do to help.
You call, they come. Now they need your help. Many in the fire service are finding that research is starting to reveal what many have already known, that cancer and PTSD are ravaging departments here at home and across the country.
We've got to admit that there's a problem.
For Horry County Fire Captain Charlie Nash, he knows that problem all too well. He was diagnosed with testicular cancer last year, and he believes that his illness could be directly linked to his job.
We can't say it's a coincidence anymore. And since I was diagnosed, I was able to network with others, and it's amazing. Like I said, just in our department last year, there were 2 people, myself and another gentleman, with the same type of cancer. So, I mean, the numbers are adding up where there are firefighter-specific related cancers.
A report just released last month from the International Association of Firefighters says that today's fires burn hotter and faster than ever, and with homes and furniture being built out of plastics and more synthetic materials. The smoke contains more toxic chemicals than ever before.
For men, it's testicular cancer, bladder cancers, lymphomas, throat cancers, and brain cancers. And what we're finding out is the areas where we lose heat and sweat the most, like around your neck, your head, under your arms, and your groin area, is where firefighters are getting the cancers.
According to the IAFF, the #1 cause of death among firefighters is not from the fire itself, but those occupational exposures to toxins.
You know, for us to get an alarming rate of cancer, being as healthy as we are, that in itself is a testimony that there is something going on with this job and the current environment that we're working with that's giving us these diseases.
But it's not just cancer that these men and women in red are coming down with. The prolonged and regular exposure to traumatic events are triggering PTSD at rates similar to those found in military service members returning from combat.
And unlike the normal public, we see this over and over and over again, day to day. It's like a glass. Eventually it's going to fill up and it's going to overflow.
According to a study from Florida State University in 2015, nearly half of the firefighters surveyed had thought about suicide. 19.2% had suicide plans, and 15.5% had made suicide attempts.
These firefighters have gotten PTSD from their job, and it should be treated as that.
Groups like the IAFF want to see legislation that will not only recognize that PTSD and cancer are directly linked to jobs in the fire service, but can also get these men and women the help they need. Right now, South Carolina is one of many states that have no presumptive disability laws on the books. So there's a lot of work to be done.
We've got to have a piece of legislation that will treat them, give them the medication, give them the care, and get them back on the job. If we're not getting them back on the job, we're wasting money. We're wasting money because then we have to hire another firefighter. We're losing experience. We're wasting money in the long run.
Making that help available to our first responders starts with you. The IAFF wants to see fire departments, elected officials, and our community come together to address these problems. Contact your local lawmakers, especially at the state level. These changes can't happen without your input. To read the entire study released by the IAFF, go to our website, WMBFnews.com. For WMBF News, I'm Caitlin Stansel.